People have been asking me for part 3 to the ranking FNF mods with lyrics video, and while initially I thought that the lyric trend was at an end, people are still popping them out like hotcakes. So let's go ahead and look at some of the newest lyrics mods and rank them from best to worst based on how good the lyrics are, if we can actually understand the lyrics and how influential the mod is to the FNF community. Now, starting with the best tier, I think I have to put the Freakposter mod here. This mod kind of came out of nowhere and not only had a lyrics cutscene, but also had dialogue throughout the rest of the mod as well. The lyrics were very clear and actually had meaning to them, even though most of the meaning was just about murder. And while people may contest that this one was at the top because it doesn't have as much influence in the community as some other mods may have, I don't think anybody can argue that it's definitely the best lyrics mod to come out, especially on the list here. Next in the best tier is going to be the Triflethumb mod. I know a lot of people may not like this one, but Triflethumb really reloaded the twiddle finger trend. I feel like for a while the twiddle finger mods kind of died down, and then after Triflethumb came out, we started getting twiddle finger clones left and right. It's also one of the few twiddle finger mods that have come out that actually have good lyrics and you can understand them. I think that's going to be the end for the best category. So now let's move over to the great category, and we're going to go ahead and add the Dingaling Mod here, which is still a crazy name. This mod surprised me with how popular it was in the community and the fact that the lyrics were actually pretty well done and clear. While the backstory is a little needlessly dark, I think overall this is definitely one of the top lyrics mod that has come out of this trend so far.
Just you and me in the cold.
Next, we're going to place the Break and Flake mod, or aka the Show at Stake mod. This one really surprised me to the point where I initially skipped it until people in the community told me that I need to check it out. And even though the sprites are a bit rough, which people have talked about, I actually think that the lyrics and just the mod in general make up for that because it's kind of a banger. On top of that, the lyrics are actually easy to understand, and the fact that they made some references to Silly Billy also bump it up for me.
I will never be better than the new one. I know the final blow. My hopes so low. Popularity on the ropes. Our PFP is done, and he is finally
Next, we have the Horkglorpgloop Mod, and this is another one that I overlooked at first, but actually turned out to be a diamond in the rough. The lyrics in this one were well done and very clear, and also they actually went back and like referenced the original show, which is always a plus for me.
And to think after all this time would pass, you would have a change in behavior for the better. But it seems that you just refuse to change even after all of the seasons that we spent competing for a dumb ride.
Next, we're gonna go ahead and move over to the good tier, and the first one I'm gonna put here is gonna be the ASDF mod. Now, I will admit I may be a little bit biased here because I used to watch the YouTube channel that this mod was based on, but I don't think anybody will really deny that this mod was very well done and the lyric cutscene actually looked great. The only thing that kind of knocks this one down a little bit is that the lyrics were a little bit hard to understand. If I'm being honest, without the subtitles, I wouldn't have had any idea what the guy was saying. Next, we're gonna go ahead and put the Alvin mod here. This guy was supposed to be in the last lyrics video that I made, but I ended up forgetting to put him there. So we're gonna add him here. And I actually really like this mod because the backstory was interesting and it was pretty creepy, which I love. But the fact that the lyrics were very hard to understand is probably why I place it in the good tier. With that being said though, in defense of this mod, the chipmunks have always kind of had that high-pitched voice that is somewhat hard to understand at times. So while it does knock it down a little bit, I also understand why they actually made it like that.
Alvin, this isn't you. It always has been, Simon.
Next, we're gonna add a mod that I actually covered recently, and that's gonna be the Dura's Eternal Madness mod. This one overall was really well done. I think if I spoke Spanish, it probably would have been placed a bit like higher on the list. When translating the lyrics, they do actually seem to be pretty cool, and I'll go ahead and put the translated version here. Now moving on to the decent tier, we're gonna go ahead and start off with the Norm mod. I feel like this one could have been really good, but the development team just weren't really trying to make it a banger, but instead just trying to get people to stop making Athos mods overall, which obviously they haven't stopped yet. With that being said though, the sprites were very well done and the mod actually sounded great, except for the lyric cutscene, which was absolutely rough. But of course, I think it was intentional. Next, we're gonna go ahead and add the Twisted Toes mod here. And just like with Norm, I think that this one was meant to be more of like a joke mod. You can kind of tell by the sprites in the cutscene. After that, we're gonna go ahead and add the Troublemaker mod. While I don't think this one was meant to be like a joke, the lyrics part was so hard to understand that I can't really place it too much higher than this. Now, I know there are a few more Twiddlefinger clones that I could add in here, but I don't want to just make this video super fluffy by adding another clone after clone after clone. But let me know what you think of the list so far, if there's any good mods that I should have added here that didn't make it. With that being said, if you enjoyed this video, check out this video on the screen here. Subscribe to Diddy, become a member of the Orse Force, and we will see you tomorrow with another video. Peace, peace.